Inconsistent.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Is that offensive to say?
I mean, you better keep that to yourself because I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you know what I mean? Like, because you're not including the other... What are they?
The other fake ones? We're supposed to... What are we doing here?
So it would be what? Ladies, gentlemen?
I don't think you say that. You say humans of all kinds.
No, but if you were to break it down, how would you break it down? It would be ladies, gentlemen, lesbians, gays.
Think about how long you gotta go. Trans. You gotta say so many things. Why even bother? Just say none.
But let's go back. When I'm thinking about this phrase, I'm thinking about humans with penises and humans with vaginas. But when I say gay, what is that? That's not another thing ding-a-ling-linging or not ling-a-linging. That's a preference, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing. Men and women are biological. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I can't with this. It's too much.
Right, but so when these people who are about that life and they have a speech, or they would have a speech scenario, would they say what? They would say... They wouldn't say that. They just wouldn't say, ladies and gentlemen.
They would say, welcome home.
Welcome, distinguished guests.
That's it. That's as far as we gotta go.
Got it.
I'm trying to find a video clip, a raw one.
Because ladies and gentlemen is the categorization of the group of people that are amongst this room. Everything else is a preference of those individuals. So, it's not worth mentioning.
It's just too much to mention. What are you going to say? Men, ladies, gentlemen.
Lesbians.
Why would you say
gay.
lesbians? We don't say it now. They didn't ask for it before.
Lesbian.
They
gay.
existed and they never said, hey, please do that.
Binary, non-binary.
That's, again, sexual preference. You could be a man or a woman. We already got you covered on that part.
So the way this all came about was because remember back in the day, saying something gay was offensive. And it was a shameful...
Excuse me? Where? Not in my circles.
Growing up, if you said I was gay, bro, we're fighting.
We're not fighting.
We are fighting. No, for real. Remember back in the day, you called somebody gay, that was it, bro. I ain't gay. Fuck you.
That's because he was homophobic. I wasn't homophobic.
Bitch,
we used to call each other gay all the time. And
not when we were young.
We laughed about it. I have he's not my cousin per se, but I have a gay cousin, and I call him gay when he does something gay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't always do gay stuff. And I say that's gay.
Growing up, it was cool to be gay.
Not cool, but I don't think much people cared. I think when you are young, it was weird. But then I think when you hit like late teenage years, I don't think nobody gave a shit.
No. I'm not talking about teenage years. I'm talking about our teenage years in the 90s.
Yeah, I don't think people gave a crap. I know a bunch of gay people.
Yeah, but you knew them. But what was the vibe? The vibe was what? Oh, you're gay? Okay.
No, just be careful.
You're going to get fucked up. Exactly.
No, you're going to get fucked. You're going to get fucked. Be careful. Yo, he's gay. Watch out. Just if you're going to go hang out with him, just be careful.
It was a shameful thing.
You ever heard Louis? Is it Louis C.K.? I confuse Louis C.K. and C.K. Lewis.
Me too, all the time.
And he said that there was a child molester on his block that would always wave at them and say hi, invite them, whatever, to hang out, to drink coffee or whatever in the house. And he goes, we'll go to McDonald's. That's what it was. Always invited to go to McDonald's. So a friend was when the guy said, yeah, you want something from McDonald's? His friend was like, yeah, I'll go with you. And he was like, what are you doing? He's a molester. Don't go with him. And then his friend went with the molester to McDonald's. And the next day he talked to the friend. The friend was like, yeah, you got me McDonald's. So he's like, okay. So the next time the guy came around, hey, you guys want something from McDonald's? He was like, fuck it, I'll go. Yeah, I want. He's like, all right, come on, let's go to McDonald's. Took the kids to McDonald's. He's like, I got a meal with him. We talked for a little bit. I went home and everything was fine. And he goes, I come to realize he wasn't a molester. He was just gay. The point is, when we were younger, we would look at gay people like, be careful. They're going to touch you.
Right.
Because there was something hypersexual about them. We worried about it.
hypersexual.
Yeah, we were like worried. Like, why even
Hypersexual that they would consider having intercourse with another.
not just that, like they made it obvious that this was about sex.
This was.
I'm not a regular guy who you find out and you're like, oh snap, I didn't know you were gay. They're putting it to the upfront. It makes you feel like, why is he doing all the sexual weird things?
See, the way I remember it is that gay was, ooh, you're gay, boo. Oh, it was shameful. It was like, oh.
I feel like it was like that when we were kids, like junior high school.
Yes. It was like that.
Yeah, but once you get to high school stuff, it's just like, whatever, he's gay.
Okay, perhaps.
As long as they don't touch you. I think that's what it always came down to. Just don't let them touch you.
Yeah, don't hit on me.
Yeah, don't hit on me. I don't like that. I'm not like that.
So that okay. So
but then as we got past junior high school,
what happened?
We kind of thought it was funny.
It became accepted.
Yeah, but like not in society, just amongst ourselves.
In society, it became accepted. It was like, okay, this person is gay. We have to have tolerance.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that until I was already an adult.
Really?
I didn't hear anything about tolerance. It was just us as people.
But
think about the gay people that came into the restaurant. Remember the guy, the short little guy?
The short little guy.
Do you remember him?
No.
I forgot his name. He was real short. He used to come in and always ask for $1. And Eric used to be like, if you dance, I'll give you $1. And the guy would dance. You remember him?
I don't. Oh. But Eric would do some shit like that.
So when he came in, it wasn't like we hated him. We were scared.
I understand, but it became tolerance.
Yeah, but like we didn't hear from anybody around us. It was just us amongst ourselves. Like, oh snap!
But in society, it generally became about tolerance.
And we would see him outside. Oh, you don't remember this? We would see him outside, and he'd be like, "Hey, papi," and we would go give him a pound, and we kind of hang out. One time we hung out with him outside. We kind of walked around with him for a little while, smoking cigarettes and shit. You don't remember any of this? I don't know if you were there. I think maybe it was me, Eric, John probably was there, Ruben. Anyway, the point is, it's not like society was like, "Oh, he's gay, you gotta accept him." It was just. He was a regular guy.
That's what it was, though.
And
maybe not you.
And we all thought he wants to fuck us, but we didn't care. We kind of like, well, we want to fuck our friends, and she's not around. When the girls are around, like they want to fuck her, but we're just gonna be friends for now.
For now.
Yeah. Look at John. Jeez.
Look at John. He got it.
Yeah, he got it.
But not you, but society. Maybe in your little bubble you didn't realize it, but it became a tolerance thing. Then it became like we have to support them because they've been bullied and made fun of and shamed because of their preference. They came out, and their dad and mom disowned them. We got to support them.
Well, you should have picked better parents.
Shut up.
Before you were born.
And then it became like, oh, it's cool to have a gay friend.
Is it cool though?
I don't know. Is it? You were just talking about how you were hanging out with this guy and giving him $1 to dance for you.
Yeah, but it wasn't cool. It's just fun.
Okay, it's fun.
It's funny. Yeah.
It's fun to have a gay
because he does stuff we don't do.
Yeah,
he walks a certain way. He talks a certain way. We thought it was funny. It's so gay.
A girl's best friend is no better than a gay guy.
Yep. So we just thought it was funny. And we all knew he would. If we all offered it to him, he'd be like, "I'll take it. Yeah, give me." Yeah, dámelo.
I think at that point where it became like this acceptance and bring us in, that's when like society as a whole was like, we gotta like overemphasize this inclusivity in movies and TV shows.
No, but I don't think that's also don't think. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends what you define society.
America,
the people,
us,
were probably didn't give crap. It's the elites that ran TV and movie. They're the ones that pushed it. And the
but
rest
also
of us,
in the education system,
yeah,
tolerance.
That's what I'm saying. They kind of forced it down everybody else's throats. And then the pushback came like, what's going on here? We were living fine. My neighbor's gay. I don't care. Yeah. What are you doing?
But for the gay people, for y'all niggas, y'all don't want this. Y'all didn't want this attention. Today,
I was watching a video. The guy was explaining the transgenders pushing things. He's a gay guy. He's like, I don't agree with them. Excuse me.
Wow.
He's like, I don't agree with them. My people fought for our rights, and we got them. We're good. We don't need anything else. We're good. Thank you. We just want to be like everybody else. These transgenders are coming in. They're pulling us in with them, saying, "Oh, the gays and this." Like, we don't want nothing to do with that.
We're good.
We're good. Don't drag us into your conversation, because then people got to look at us like we're part of this thing that we're not part of. We're good. We got our own little bars that we go to and have our little fun, and we're good. We don't need, remember it went from cross dressing to drag shows, and now it's just everybody wants to wear, and then now it's transgender. Right?
But those are two different things.
They're all different things, but they're making them into one thing.
Which is?
If you want to wear girls' clothes, it doesn't mean you're trans. It just means you like wearing girls' clothes.
But they're trying to group us together.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say. They're making. There's guys that like every once in a while they want to dress up in drag and do a dance in the bar, and everybody's like, yay. And then they're done.
Yay.
And then they're done. Look at RuPaul. Right?
Yay.
RuPaul dresses like a woman. In fact, I wasn't until later on in life, I was like, oh, shoot, he's a man? Right?
You too?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. I still have my suspicions, but damn, that's a dude. But he didn't push this transgender stuff this whole time we were kids. Never even heard the word.
Yeah.
It was just a guy that was gay that wanted to dress up like a woman sometimes. And everybody loved it. It was funny.
Yeah.
Right? It was like freaking Iri Chacón up there.
Again, everybody wanted to have that gay friend. Girls,
Yeah.
I need my boyfriend, gay
But
guy
it wasn't,
friend.
they didn't have to push acceptance because we already did.
Yeah.
We already were like, this is great. We love RuPaul.
No, it has to be a thing now.
But then it became a thing and that forced people to be like, wait, hold on now. We were cool. What happened? What are you pushing for? You want to push it into my kids?
But who pushed?
The liberals.
The babies. The baby cries.
The baby cries, yeah.
Well, we've talked about this. So what happens now?
There's going to be a pushback. That's what I think one of the things that pushed Trump into office is the little bit of pushback.
Like we're not doing all this.
Now, what did Trump say about any of this? About transgenders? Not much.
Other than the sports thing.
The sports thing, but even now, quote unquote Democrat governors are looking back like they might have a point.
Do you think it goes back to that whole? The liberals or some group of people believe like we're going back to the 50s and 60s where we're gonna start shaming gay people and you're not allowed to. That's what they fear, though.
They can fear it all they want. That's not what's happening.
Is like that?
Think about in the 80s. Was it racist in the 80s?
To be gay?
Where was racism at? No, let's just go with general. Let's go as simple as possible.
In the 80s?
In the 80s, was there racism?
Yeah.
Yeah. But was this a racist? Would you come into the country as a visitor and be like, wow, this country's racist? Right?
Nah.
Who's one of the biggest stars on TV was Eddie Murphy, right?
Yeah.
Oprah, biggest talk show in the world, right?
Arsenio
Hall. You would look at him, and biggest music in the world as well, like rap. Even white people were getting in there. They were rapping.
Michael Jackson.
He
went white, though.
You wouldn't come to America and be like, damn, this is racist. You'd be like, oh, okay. Everybody's kind of just chilling. And now we're racist again?
So what I'm saying is that because, you have all these white people, Jesus lovers, running the show.
Jesus lovers.
Do you think that I
don't agree with that.
The gays, you think that they're sort of like speaking it into existence, the inequality, because they're not in control?
The gays?
Yeah, the gays.
I don't think the gays care. I think it's the transgenders and the liberals that are doing it.
Well, you know what I mean. The elemental P's and the plus 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think the gays are good. For the old school gays are good.
Old school gays.
They're
old.
Top notch of the gays. My favorite gays are the old ones. Right? How many? Did you ever have a friend that you went to the house and it was their mom and her roommate?
When we were living in the dorms, we would go to Rachel's bar, a restaurant, because they had $3 margaritas. And they were dumb strong, because it was like the tequila at the bottom of the sink. It was like that undergraded, like really really bad tequila. And it would be a group of us and we would go almost every night and stock up on getting $3 margaritas.
I remember, yeah.
And there was a gay or trans guy there.
How many margaritas would you drink?
Bro, honestly, like 3 of them we're tipsy and back to the dorm.
Because if you drink 5 margaritas, you already know what happens.
What happened?
You never heard the margarita
No.
lady?
Anyways, there was a gay guy there who dressed up trans or queer. What is it? Drag. Cool dude, old school gay.
Ready? She's talking about the margaritas. This is for you.
Buy her one margarita, she will spread her legs.
This is why he wanted margaritas.
If you buy her 2 margaritas, she will pounce right on your penis.
So you say you drank 3 margaritas?
After 3 margaritas, she will grab your penis and put it in her mouth.
So that's as far as Jose got 3 margaritas.
4 margaritas. 4. She will grab your penis and ram it right up her anus.
What happens after 2, 3, 4, 5.
She will strap it on and peg you.
Wait, hold on. When she says it, the reaction of the guys in the crowd like, what? Yeah, it's so funny, bro. Like, what? I can't believe it. So you would go 3 margaritas. That's
Three.
You put it in your mouth.
I was put it in your mouth. That's as far as I got. But there was a trans dressing dude who was cool as hell, old school. He knew that we were all living in the dorm. We would just chill, have conversations. I just feel like what they're claiming, one side, this community, this LGBT plus community, liberals, whatever you want to call them, they're claiming that these conservatives are running things, and we're going back to the Bibles in school, and you can't say these words, and it's this lifestyle of limitations or of expression and shit. It's like they're saying that we don't have it just because these guys are in control, and in a way it's almost like you're acting what you're saying they're doing.
Yeah,
you're living, you're
making it into existence.
Bringing it into existence upon yourself.
Yeah,
like they're over there doing their own thing. They're over here trying to get rid of
so
immigrants.
You know how I think about it? If you get in trouble with somebody, like let's say when you were young, and you be like, "Yo, he called me an F word or something like that," and the lady or your mom, teacher, whatever, like, "Oh, you called me an F word, you're gonna get in trouble." You're like, "I didn't call him that," and they're like, "No, he said the F word to me," and then you get in trouble for calling him the F word. After a while, you're gonna be like, "You know what? Fuck you then." Right?
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. These people are like, I just don't want them teaching my kids. And they're like, oh, they're excluding us from their this, their that. And they're like, no, we're not. And then eventually they're like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Stay away from us.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't happen before. They were just like, just don't do this to my kids.
Yeah.
And then it became, you know what? I'd rather you not even be around you guys. Because you guys clearly can't be adults. And then they're like, see, they're keeping us out of their schools. They don't want us in their businesses. And they're making it into a thing. And we're like, yeah, now we don't want you anymore. You guys are crazy. Of course we don't want you there.
I feel bad because like there's too many microphones, you know what I mean? So it's hard not to. Was it harder to be brainwashed by one side, either or, back in the day, or is it harder now? Like if
harder?
Yeah, you got an 18-year-old. You got an 18-year-old. I got an 18-year-old. Politically, spiritually, mentally, like
it's
how
easy,
much
bro.
Easier is it to influence?
I think it's easier either way. I don't think this is hard at all. I think today, right now, me, you, and everybody listening, those 2 guys that listen, I think all of us are brainwashed by something. All of us. I don't think there's a way out of it.
Do you know what you're being brainwashed on?
If I did, I'd tell you. I don't know. Colgate. How do I know Colgate really works? And they're not just lying to me.
It's just a minty.
What I only heard from the 9 dentists, not the one that doesn't recommend it, because it's 9 out of 10. What does that one got to say? I never hear about him.
Yeah, where's he at?
What does he got to say about this shit? Am I being brainwashed? Is that one dentist the conspiracy theorist? But really, he's like, no, trust me. Listen, you want to hear a conspiracy? You know about the trees? They're all males. There's no female trees in the area.
Here?
In almost all major cities.
Okay.
Because female trees make fruits.
And male trees make pollen.
So the when they plant cities, they're like, don't put no female trees because then we're gonna have a mess. We could deal with pollen. That can be washed away with the rain.
Yeah, and doctors and prescriptions make money.
So the allergy companies, you can look this up too. They actually fund planting of neighborhoods with trees. They fund that crap.
Yeah, make sure
because they want to make sure it's male because they make money off the allergens. See what I'm saying? So now that sounds like a crazy conspiracy, but the reality, it's true. So what about that one dentist? What does he know that we don't know?
What would it be like if they were? You walk down the street, you would just pick up an apple.
Niggas wouldn't starve. I'll tell you that. There'd be homeless people just picking off the trees everywhere.
Wow.
But they plan it in a way because they don't want it. Think about it. They got to clean it up. They got to pay somebody to clean this now. Sanitation have to have an extra truck just for fruits to clean it up. Rotten fruits off the streets because we don't eat them all. They fall on the floor. Eventually they get around. We got to clean them up. So they only have male trees. And that makes a prevalent of allergy. And I just watched a video about this. This is the most allergy season we've seen in a long time because of the temperature. And there's only male trees. The temperature's supposedly higher, so the male trees are just coming in the air. Because that's what it is. Some guys can take it, and I can't take it. I'm like, oh, it's too much.
It's too much? I can take it. I can take it. Oh, yeah. Let's go.
But yeah, there's all male trees. And again, that's just an example of something that if you didn't know about it, you would just take your medication, just keep it moving without even thinking twice about it. But like, there's so many things you don't know that somehow they tricked you or brainwashed you and you just don't know about it.
Damn. Wouldn't it be nice to know what you're brainwashed on?
The freedom. Think about freedom, right? So I believe freedom for everybody, 100%.
Right.
There's some people that are in the libertarian thinking mindset. They're like, no, 100% freedom, no government, zero government. Now they're brainwashed into thinking like this by other libertarians. They're like, no, you got to be even more libertarian. More, they push it, and
more
that's
freedom.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like the Libertarian Party as a political party, because it does what the left and the right does. It pushes as far left or as far right, and what they do, they push as far libertarian. They try to ultimate freedom. I want kids to go to school with guns in their waist.
Oof,
that's freedom.
That's wild.
But that's crazy to me. You get kids that fight all the time in school. They're gonna be mass shootings every day. We don't want that.
Just by accident.
Yeah. So, but the libertarians are like, no, we want that. In fact, we don't even want governments regulating the schools. We should make our own schools. We don't want regulation on the schools, so we can teach our kids whatever they want.
Scientology.
And if we don't want to put our kids to school at all, we shouldn't have to.
There's some states you don't get in trouble for that.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, that's too far for me. I can't. You're not going to get me with that.
That's too much freedom?
That's not too much freedom.
So you don't want women walking around without bras or without
You could do that
shirts.
now with these current laws today. You can do that, no problem.
There's
There's no law against it. Check it out. New York State, you can walk around with your tits out, no problem.
You just can't be performing a sex act.
Unless you're getting paid. Or you have to be filmed.
I am going to be...
You have to be recorded and paid. If you're not being recorded and paid, you're a prostitute.
What?
Yeah. If you're being recorded and paid, now you're a porn star. So it's
a profession.
Yep.
So how much?
For what?
For me to record you.
But what I'm saying is this: they have been brainwashed within their own party to believe to more extreme. It gets to the point of absurdity. It doesn't make sense. Why would you think that? If I pulled you out of this mentality, you would look around and be like, "This doesn't make sense." Right? You can say the same thing for I use the Libertarian Party just to be even. But if you do this with the left and the right, look for the furthest and the furthest and say, take them out of this context and just be a regular person. You look at it, you be like, that's a little too far. We shouldn't go too far right. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't just deport citizens. That's crazy.
We just need to be in Star Trek days.
I don't know. Technology-wise, yeah. But the Federation... That's another episode. But
We'll be back. We'll be back with
We'll
that
talk
one.
about
But so you saw this interview with Michelle Obama's podcast.
I didn't see the interview. I only saw a little tiny clip.
The clip, me too. And
I don't watch her podcast. I don't like her voice. That's all it takes sometimes.
right, because
You know what's funny? I was listening to a podcast with Joe Rogan, interview the AI guys. I don't know if you listened to that one.
Yes,
And I'm listening to the guys talking. I'm like, man, these guys sound so like high pitched, nerdy.
bitchy.
And then I heard Joe Rogan speak. I'm like, he sounds a little. And then I forgot I put it at 1.5 so I can listen to it faster. I was like, oh, that's why.
I never do that. I find that annoying.
Yeah.
Even though I get it, it goes too fast, especially
Yeah,
a 3-hour podcast. Which to me, that's another topic. But so this got played recently, and it's circulating this whole idea that she messed up. To me, she didn't mess up.
Can we just hear it before we do this?
Okay, go ahead, play it. You freaking communist. Oh, we're doing a lot.
Ready?
Hit it.
You know,
Well, let's start with the fact that Marlon Wayans has a transgender child.
you know, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man. You know,
So what they're trying to say is this.
What in the?
What they're trying to say is that she slipped up because she referred to herself as a black man. I don't see that happening.
I don't see that happening. I haven't
you
seen the
know,
whole clip.
She's talking to Marlon Wayans. He is the black man.
just so proud of how you
You
are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
now when you that's the English language, particularly my heart as a black man. You mean me, or my you saying what you did warms my heart.
Yeah, I think
warms my heart, particularly as a faggot, particularly as a spick, right? Particularly as whatever.
You as the spick.
See what I'm saying?
I saw, so I didn't, and I wish I had seen the whole entire contact of the conversation.
When I seen it, I immediately knew what it was. I was like, oh, she's talking to a black
She's
man.
referring to him.
Yeah, obviously. But people are brainwashed.
What she really needed to say was this. It really warms my heart.
This guy always wants to tell a black woman what she should have said.
Like, subscribe, follow. Do it. No. What her phrase, in my opinion, should have been, or was intended to be, based on what I watched, was, it really warms my heart in particular, you as a black man
Yeah.
supporting transgender.
Yeah, because in the black community,
All she missed was you.
yeah.
That's all she missed.
And I think in her eyes, in the black community, this is, think about it, every hood you go to. Yeah, I mean, I see in Harlem all the time these gay guys walking around.
Ooh.
All the time. There's a gay club. I think it's Friday night or Saturday night. They have like a gay night. It's so fun when you drive past. There's always something going on, you know?
You never go
But
in.
we see them all the time. We see trans, especially where I work at. Across the street, there's a person that lives there that's like that. Like, well, we see them walking back and forth. Anyway, I'm sure they give them crap within this community because they're very macho based.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is weird because Spanish is very macho based, but we kind of have. I mean, at least I think I've seen a lot of like gay acceptance, even. You know, as long as you don't push. We don't.
There's a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah, like we're okay with it, but don't push.
Just don't go too far.
And I think that's the problem with the American ones. They pushed. Because we even within the Spanish community, we don't give a crap if you're gay or not. Just don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Don't hit on my mans, my boys. Don't.
Don't hit on my man.
Don't hit on my man.
It's wild.
But then when they push, we're kind of like, nah, I can't rock with you. Anyway, the point is, she's obviously referring to the guy.
You as a black man.
But you know what it is? The right is brainwashed to believe that she's secretly a man.
Yeah.
So they're automatically those signals are gonna pick it up right away, and it's just gonna reinforce their their brainwashed belief.
Yeah. Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
This is conditioning.
So yeah, you're just reinforcing it. It's gonna make it harder to get out of it.
Getting in the
Exactly.
crevices of it. Like,
Now, like I said, there's definitely stuff that I'm sure, probably some church stuff that I'm like, oh, I gotta believe this. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's something that I'm like, oh, I have to believe this thing or whatever.
what are you talking about?
Like me as a person, like there has to be some sort of brainwash that I have that I just don't recognize.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe coffee in the morning. Like, you don't have to drink coffee, but
You really
I think
don't.
I have to drink coffee.
You really do though.
See what I'm saying? So you don't have to, but you have to.
I stopped for like 3 days, and I was just like, I really don't, but I do.
But I do. It's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
It's a-
I could use the less calories, less
Yeah.
sugar,
So
less.
yeah. So I think that's that might be one of the things. It's just a brainwashing we have, and the coffee industry did a really good job at it.
Has she responded to?
If I was her, I wouldn't. Why would you respond to that? It's nonsense.
Right, you're feeding it.
That's like NASA saying we're gonna send a satellite to prove the Earth is not flat. You're just feeding into it. Why would you even bother? Just ignore them.
keep doing what you're doing.
Just keep doing what you're doing. They're not even real. You're doing space things. Think about what you're doing. They're not doing anything. They're making YouTube videos in their cars.
Yeah, they're doing
The
this.
fuck? Yeah, why do I care what they believe? I'm putting people on Mars. Get out of here.
The backlash for this, what do you think? Is it called for? People just wanting out.
Yeah, people just being, what is it? Trolls being trolls. I don't think there's anything real to it. You know what I mean?
How did Marlon Wayans? That's who she's talking to?
Yeah.
Ah,
I don't know if I don't know if they said anything. Honestly, I don't know.
because this happened just a few days ago, right?
Fucking gorilla. Look at this. It's a good picture.
This happened just a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to this stuff, I almost feel like there's a resurgence of a reality check from a vast majority of people. Clearly, people that were on one side once upon a time, they went, they picked Obama, they went that side, they went Biden, they went Harris. Clearly there was a change up this last time around. But I don't think that those people are the type of people to make a big stink about it.
What do you mean?
Like, they're not going to go out there and say, yeah, this whole transgender and, the sports thing. Like, they're not going to go out of their way to talk about it and voice their opinion.
You talking about Harris?
I'm talking about Americans. I think that there are people in the middle that are like, they were once on this side, now they're on that side. But more like, I'm just doing what makes sense, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
I honestly don't think people really care. If you want to be gay, nobody cares. If you want to be trans, nobody cares. I think what it comes down to is, are you going to do something to me?
Yeah.
Now I care. Are you going to force me to do something or force my kids? Now I care. I
But
don't
in
care
a way, you are forcing it.
by being gay?
Snow White,
What about her?
that whole movie, rejected.
Did you watch it?
Hell no.
Oh, so then how do you know what the movie's about?
Because of her, the actress. She basically.
But was it the movie or was it just her as an actress? The movie could be fantastic.
Well, she said that the movie was about. It wasn't the traditional story of a stalker.
Wait,
This
he
movie's
a-
more about. This movie's more.
was he a stalker?
Hell yeah.
So I don't know.
He was
She might be
trying to-
right.
What I'm saying, the pushback. Look at the pushback. Bad ratings. The cast, the film crew. They're trying to like sue or blame her because they lost all this money.
I mean, if the movie sucks, we can't blame her.
Well, again, didn't see the movie, right? So I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you. But their argument is that no one wanted to see it because she dogged it in her promotion of it.
Yeah, but look, isn't that an admission of saying this liberal ideology you guys are pushing for Disney? Nobody wants to see that crap. Because if people did, when she said that stuff, people are like, oh, let's go watch it. I can't wait.
I watched it 3 times.
Yeah, but nobody wants that crap. Think about Marvel. Marvel had a wonderful thing until this liberal ideology started getting pushed forward. And then people were like, I don't want to watch this crap. I'm done. Every show, some kind of liberal woman power or this, that, like, nobody cares.
No one.
Just make a good movie.
Yeah.
And that's, so, like, it's a rejection of this. And hopefully in the future we see a change. Apparently Disney's making a transition into, like, just good movies they don't care.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We haven't seen any yet.
You've never watched the Daredevil, right?
No. It's good. I hear it's pretty good. I didn't watch it.
It's pretty good in my
You watched
opinion.
Last of Us?
Who?
Last of Us?
I did. What did you think about the last episode?
It's a filler.
A filler.
It's a filler episode.
You seen the game?
It's a transition from men to women.
Bitch.
We're just trying to get character A to position B.
Did
That's
you
what
see
episode was.
the video game scene?
I've never played the game.
Neither have I.
Alright.
So I was watching it with my son. This last episode, where he died. Spoiler alert.
That's not the last episode.
I haven't watched.
Okay, so then when you said last episode, I'm thinking of the actual last episode.
When
Not
did
the
it-
last one you saw.
When did that air?
Sunday.
Oh, so I haven't seen Sundays. I saw
All right,
last
so
Sunday.
now we're going to go up to the second. Okay.
The second last.
So yeah,
episode.
it was crazy.
So there's it followed the video game.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm watching it, and my son is watching it. And then right after, because he knows about the game, but he puts on the scene, and they mimicked it pretty much the same exact way.
It's funny because I knew the guy dies.
I didn't know.
just didn't know when. So,
You think that was a good move?
what, killing him?
Yeah.
It's following the story. That's the way they made the game.
But that character, doesn't it remind you of Snow?
Jon Snow?
Yeah.
No, because the thing is they have to follow the game. They can't go too far off it. And the game is her as the main character, so they had to push.
Her.
So I'm hoping they choose this person that looks like a human thumb to that's what she looks like to me. She just looks like a thumb. What's her name?
I don't know. But when I connected the dots of who you were talking about, I was like, now I can't unsee it.
Yeah,
It's like a thumb with painted features.
that's a thumb.
Let me see.
Look at it. That's just a thumb with the face in the middle. They should at least give her like bangs. You know what I'm saying?
Some more eyebrows.
I guess. But I mean, at least the bangs. Look at the hair. Like,
Bro, look at her eyebrows compared to the other chick.
she's a good actor, though. You know what I'm saying? What's her name?
But he's a great actor. Why are you still trying to talk through your throat?
What a handsome man, huh?
He is. Was that scene weird?
This is my favorite part of my favorite character in the game. Oh, such a good episode, right? I feel like you can watch this episode alone without the show.
Why am I not remembering him?
He's the gay character, remember? He was not a hoarder.
Oh
A
my
prepper.
gosh, that whole story was great.
So good.
See how that's not forced?
Exactly, yeah. It's not forced. We all love him. He's a charming character.
He's charming.
He was gay. They were doing gay things.
And it wasn't even,
and we
it
were-
wasn't gay.
And it wasn't gay. We were
It
okay with
wasn't
it.
gay.
It wasn't gay.
It was gay.
We were all okay with it. Nobody cared.
It was right. It was kind of shocking.
Yeah, when you watch, you're like, oh my God, I feel so bad for this guy. He's such a good man.
Like he could be a total dick.
Yeah. Or there could have been a scene where he's like, I love being gay. I'm a gay man.
Oh, thank God they didn't do
In
that.
Spanish.
Like he rubbed off like a trumper. And then when he became gay, you're like, oh,
Yes.
you fell in love with him.
Yeah, good. Good for him.
That's really, that
what-
really was.
It's funny because it comes off as a trumper. It means that he was a man.
Meaning he was a man.
He came off as a man's man.
A man's man.
And that's
hunter,
you associate
rifle.
that with something.
I associate that with Trump.
A feminine man is a liberal.
Yeah, which was the other guy?
Ay, bendito.
Because he wanted to leave or something, or he wanted pictures or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
What was it that he wanted? It was like, why the fuck are we doing this? Remember that? He was just like, why?
I almost want to watch that episode again. It was so good. You could watch that one episode by itself.
It's like a mini story.
It's like a mini- I love it. It's so good.
And the way they died.
That's, you know what that kind of reminds me of, which we'll talk about next episode, I guess.
And he had the fort. My dude had the lockdown.
That could have been like a Black Mirror episode.
That could have.
Yeah, like a standalone just episode. So good.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Do you think we're in a new phase of tolerance, where we're really listening to each other, or are we just like gonna continue this back and forth for no reason? What do you think?
Let us know. Comment down below.
Peace.